There's quite a lot of native trees which do really well as hedgerows. Beech is a really good one. A nice big strong sturdy hedge. Although the beech gets really big, you can cut it to a hedge and it just stays like a hedge. Just needs cutting once a year in the winter, autumn, winter properly, and then just in the summer just the sides. Here we've got a little fleck of copper beech growing in with it, and that's looking really good. And then here is a section of hornbeam hedge, which is another big native tree. And it sort of is very similar. It keeps the leaves in the winter on the hedge, and you've got like a screen all year round. And it's very, very easy to cut hornbeam. It's sort of like very nice thick hedge. You can have a hedge just out of hornbeam. But really field maple doesn't do too bad. A field maple hedge is quite nice, but they're a bit bare in the winter. Hawthorn is another one that does really well on hedges just on its own. Here's a little section of hedge, very thick hedge, lots of very twiggy branches, so in the winter it's still quite a lot of branches and still a bit of a screen, and it buds early and loses its leaves late. And hazel just does really well in hedges, better in mixed hedges really rather than on its own, because it tends to grow out from the base, and it's on its own it's difficult to grow into like a hedge shape, but not impossible. And so it's really best growing with other things. And what have we got next? Oh, a bit of elder's another one. It's nice to have one here and there in a hedge. They're just sort of coming up to flower soon, the elders. Not quite yet. But on their own they look a bit bare, but mixed in they look nice and add some diversity. And here more field maple. There should be some pear here somewhere. Oh, here, yeah. A hedge of wild pear here, common pear, and that's sort of very, very prickly. Wherever I cut this hedge, it's incredibly prickly. This fix is more prickly than thorn trees. Same with the cherry plum, really, really prickly. I never put blackthorn in hedges unless they're going to be somewhere next to a woods or something, because they send out loads of suckers and they're quite a nuisance. So I don't do blackthorn in hedges, but hawthorn are very good. Spindle do quite well in hedges. They are quite suckering, but their roots are quite shallow, and they sort of cut nicely into hedges, and they have interesting like fruits later in the year, little interesting coloured seed cases, and they sort of just prune really, really well, like loads of different ornaments do. So they're quite nice. They're nice mixed in with something as well. Guelder rose are nice to have in hedges. They've got sort of big flower heads, sort of early summer, late spring. And they just look really, really showy and nice, and they have berries in the autumn and really nice leaves as well. And also the wild service tree, really nice scent for the hedge, is another good one to have.